Hi, I'm Alan Chen, and I'm the owner of the Lightning Gravity Gaming Company, and I'm trying to make a YouTube tutorial on focusing how to make your own video game document with the crafting skill only. Specific part that is a good idea how to game design on the organization's skills part to video game design to be a video game designer instead of always like kind of like human resource kind of thing like team management without project management, but maybe um game design should be also the project management as well, not just team management. Yeah, HR for human resource for something different. um as you need to HR is supposed to making sure that workers will have skills and talents and stuff. And for my part, is as you go can make your own video game document. You can be making your own video game menu screen thing on 2D user interface with your own how to play button with creating your own how to create with creating your own how to play button, and it shows your video game document kind of thing as how to play your own RPG game. For a single player, it'll be role player game, and MMORPG game will be massively multiple online role player game. Yeah. So starting from step number one, be more broad or basic in general, and maybe like more specific details. Trying to gather your mind on your game designing, organizing skills before being maybe being more productive. But first, before being productive, you have to work on your working memories to know what you're making. As your video game design object will make sense on what crafting object is supposed to be useful for your skilling. Instead of maybe like kind of algorithm, like one object leads like that too much of everything that does not connect to another video game object for your main character advantage. So it won't be maybe as fun. I mean one random object that is just pops up that's maybe not that useful unless you're trying to make it game balancing with the lucrative thinking a little bit. Sometimes you popped up one useful object for a tool or something. I have to before getting more wise on more bigger branch of like every system of MMORPG game designing of each individual object. You might want to you might want to make more sense of most basic broad points before getting too specifically on everywhere too big. It's more like how to at least focusing what you know what to do on a bigger video game afterwards by going backwards, knowing what to do first, most broad and basic as first, as a really real video game designer, what might looks like as understanding and then organizing and then maybe working memories on knowing what to do on bigger production project with a video game. Such a step number one understanding is first is supposed to be gathering, second it should be crafting, and third should be scaling. Scaling is using your crafted tools, and as crafted tools can be useful for gathering other tools. It seems like going circular game objects. Step number two is list of what to craft with. So you have to keep in mind how many items you have to draw with. Um, yeah, kind of just list it out and get the idea what it looks like and feels like for your video game design feels and looks of your virtual world game artists and designs only. Yeah, and list yeah step number two like list what you're doing, so it can bring so you slowly understand number three afterwards after step number two by listing it. So step number three before after you're listing it, you're supposed to be creating a web direction like brainstorming with a spider with your own spider web kind of thing, and maybe after spider web brainstorming, it can be maybe make into more detailed paragraph grid thing, pointing on more specific direction. What does watch on each other? Grid kind of guidance of yeah, like boxes instead of web, circle or boxes. I don't know. That can at least meditate like how it works properly, such as maybe specific main right resource location only can be starting out from the desert location if you want to start your own single RPG game design like as a port character and trying to make your way up to a richer class as a leader or something. Then you start with desert first and gathering maybe clay from underneath the sand to craft and create your own pottery. Then maybe at that location on non-player character around that same location. You have to be that specifically on your web. Yeah, brainstorming content. Yeah, but meanwhile, crafting can resell to your non-player character NPCs, or maybe shop some tools from beginning with from non-player characters as well. Maybe some non-player characters tutorial teach you how to use the tools at the same time inside your own shop. At least kind of makes sense a bit more and makes more reliable on your player how to know how to play your own video game. Maybe if you want to make create a bigger mapping system, you might don't want to start with a desert. You might want to start with the capital main capital place for beginners where all those resources circle around each other, which you have to focus on that center is working properly. That makes sense, not just stuck on like one map. Like your character would have not stuck on one map and cannot exit back or cannot like yeah at least make it decently can pass through the location maybe better and faster sometimes by walking, not just teleporting only. And subdivision level should be have to be remind us where it looks like, where you're going as well. Level one, level two, level three, level four, part of your mapping skills and your mapping. This kind of type of game design is not for open world design, for maybe MMORPG or singular player RPG game video games. It's maybe better for your. It's actually this diagram is mostly made. Well, it can be both, but it's mostly my ideas for room, like changing your main character, going through each individual room design system, a room scene system, or whatever. They're switching around and stuff like those. So you remember your traveling main character might need to not be visible, or yeah, I'll move you around character if you go another way through around the same map with a different route that don't have duplicate character. If you came back the same room map scene with a different route instead of going back the same route. Yeah, but remember, switching room scene, you need to remember how to save variables with your characters, where you're going with, and what object is like you have or something updated, like your stats levels and your what you're wearing with, and your inventory bag as well. Step number 4, artist fitting room sizes. Make sure is um it's more like a quad, any version of quad going around. Can square, rectangle, or multiple quad combined to one, like everywhere is 90 degrees grid. Within the smallest grid is your main character, maybe around that same like looking thing, and that will fit every route as your sidewalk you go or something, or roads, indoors, and make sure your proportion will looks right kind of thing when you go indoor or outdoor difference with those walls and windows. But your building does not have to be specifically same size. Your outdoor building looks does not have to look like exactly same size from the indoor building floor, because it will be looks insanely big afterwards when you're looking from outdoor. Yeah, so you can figure out from outdoor it looks like a lot smaller, but it's actually, yeah, you can fake it, but at least looks real, feels real maybe. And then yeah, make sure the root is no, it's not too small or something. The character is like walking on be, like two legs between a line or something. Yeah, make sure the trees are kind of grid or rectangle ish. Yeah, but not too often, not too long, not too wide kind of thing. Your tree or bushes, stuff like those, or pot of flower, farmer land, I don't know. And step number 5 is polishing your own character, feel, and looks. Well, make sure your feel and looks make sense, and make sure you're not focusing on something random as Flappy Birds like jumping around the trampoline and like keep on like popping out presents box, or parachute just something fall downwards, like your Flappy Bird like something fall down with a parachute or something like those, like in your RPG games. That doesn't really make sense. Yeah, make sure your character feels right and then after looks right, and then maybe focus on polishing if you think it's good enough that worth polishing for money afterwards. This is not, at least it makes sense and it's fun, it'd be great. Polishing is maybe temporary sometimes, unless you go all the way through massively want to earn more money as AAA game studio. And make sure your own looks or feel or whatever, your whole entire video game, your 2D gaming on bird's eye view kind of square quad main character. Make sure your spear does not go too long at least. Also, it'd be hard to animate it without going through walls and doors and bushes. That looks a bit wrong. You have to make sure, unless it's 3D artwork, so it will be always kind of makes sense because it's more looks realistic spacing instead of too low pixel 2D art. Yeah, that it would be hard to kind of make it real with wearing all full suits and stuff like that. It looks different from another suit with fitting in thin as quad, low pixels. But for 3D, it always makes sense. But make sure your hands on your 3D model will looks like right. when holding each weapons. It's not handle, it's not hopefully not too different. Whole kind of story. Like holding a rock could be different from archery. Same character rig on 3D models, or maybe it's different from a spear, or it's different from a crafting hammer and stuff like those. And make sure your crafting be useful as going circular and stuff like those is useful like on each other, not just going really off on one direction. Yeah, so I think my next video game it should be crafting school with really how does crafting works in real life. Singular player online video games. But if you want to make your own online massively multiple online player role player game like order food mass earning much lot more money for the PHP to pay back your own PHP video game you might need to register your own bank accounts as a real business banker accounts ownership and then legally have to own the server afterwards as you're not really supposed as you don't have to program anything in the server but if you're trying to yeah like you have to be a really registered real registered business company maybe to create your own server like ID or something business ID or something following all those rules and stuff for a corporation or something like that but for single my own single player does not require me doing a server program I'm just uploading the my own download folder. I'll upload my own created folder from Game Maker to a game and a publisher like Steamworks or Isho or Google Play or something like those. It just automatically host it with for someone else to download your own videos so you can get paid with the credit with your own normal debit card or some sort or credit card. Yeah, so you don't have to register for a really real business bank account to create your own server for your own massively multiple online players at once, logging in each on each other, which your personal account will be really affected really differently. So you have to, so any other online players logging in with other people's email, personal email, may be required maybe your own registered business account through your own business bank and maybe your own business bank can give your own this so you can pay more money for your own business lawyer through your business bank as a special like benefit or something like as if like copyright issue or anything like those. So you get a real, yeah, at least you know how it works. Well, it's for more bigger business side. You need to know what you're doing, and then well, for me, I'm just a single player. Don't have to register for any business. I'm just a single developer so far. Trying to own my own living. Yeah, so that and lightning gravity. See ya.